what are you doing? I don't know what's scary. Stephen King describing a boy getting his head caved in and like his brain being visible, or his description of female arousal. I don't know which one's worse. Anyone have this thing where they can't read with socks on?
Hey, listen!
Hi friends, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Shaq and today I'm going to be doing a vlog for Mother's Day, reading my mum's favourite books for Mother's Day. Let's start the vlog. The day you're watching this is Mother's Day, and first of all, just a little bit of like a disclaimer. I completely understand if you want to miss this vlog. If you watch a lot of my uploads, I understand if you want to miss this vlog because, you know, mothers and Mother's Day, that is quite like a sensitive topic or subject for you. Like, I completely understand if you don't want to like participate in this video because of that for whatever reason. But I thought because my mum has been someone that has been really strong in my life and has always been there for me, and no matter what has always tried to do her best, I thought that the least I could do was read two of her favourite books for Mother's Day. So I asked my mum if she could pick two books to recommend to me, what books that she would pick. Preferably one fiction and one non-fiction, because she does read a lot of like true crime and biographies and memoirs and stuff, which we'll get onto a little bit later. She loves stories, and I thought that I would engage with some of her favourite ones for Mother's Day. Just thought it was a little like treat for her. Maybe she can watch back and support my content. The first book I'm going to be reading is The Diva Rules by Michelle Visage. If you don't know who Michelle Visage is, she is basically famous for a myriad of reasons. She's most famous for being on RuPaul's Drag Race. She's also an actress and a singer, and she's been in quite a lot of like West End productions as well, and Broadway productions and stuff. She's a great director, she's a great producer, and she was also on Strictly Come Dancing as well. So she's famous for quite a lot of things, and so quite a lot of people know her because of those things. And my mum loves Michelle Visage, and she actually read this and thought it was really, really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this. I'm guessing it's like advice about being a diva or something like that, just being yourself. And I'm really excited to read this actually. I think it's going to be not what I expect. I'm really excited actually. On the back it says, ditch the drama, find your strength and sparkle your way to the top. Like, that is the most draggy thing I've ever heard. The second book is very different. The second book is in the horror genre, and it's actually really intimidating. I have never read from this very famous, very loved author before, and if I don't like this, may be shunned as a reader forever. And that is no other than Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Obviously, this has a lot of a cult following, and Stephen King's other works do as well. Stephen King, as an author in general, he has a lot of hype and a lot of love around him, and I really want to share that love, and I feel like I could like this. I really, really could. The back of this, the description is quite vague, but from what I can remember about the plot that I already know before going into it, is the fact that it's about necromancy. It is about pets dying, and I have a cat, so I might get quite emotional, and that the cat dies and stuff. Something about necromancy, something about pets, something about something. End of booktube video. It's about something. Although I didn't actually expect to read either of these this year, I did want to get to Stephen King eventually. I just didn't realise it was going to be this soon. Either way, I'm really excited to get to both of these books. Today is actually the 1st of March. I just had a university lecture, and now I'm going to get some exercise, put on a mask and go down to the post office because I have a fuck ton of parcels to deliver because of Depop. A lot of you do know, because you're on this channel, I read a lot. Because I read a lot, I discover a lot of books that are for me and books that aren't for me. And so I unhaul a lot of the books that just aren't for me. So I do unhaul quite a lot of books, and they have been collecting dust in my house for ever. All of the cupboards in my house are full of books, and so I saw that Emma Books has a Depop, and hers is going quite well, so I thought I'd set mine up, and it's been going really well. I've been selling all my books on there, so I'm gonna go deliver those today. And just a little bit of a thing. Thank you so much to everyone who has bought my books on my Depop. It will be linked down below if you want to go have a look of what I'm selling. You don't understand how much of a relief it is to finally get rid of them and have them go to a better home, and people might actually enjoy them. I think I'm gonna start doing my degree and be like a Depop entrepreneur. I searched on Scribd to see if there was an audiobook of either Pet Sematary or the memoir, and I can't find either of them on Scribd. So I'm probably gonna have to start those a little bit later on, but I thought I would introduce the vlog now while it's light outside and tell you a little bit about the books that I have been given to read for this vlog. Happy Mother's Day. I hope that you're all well and you're all okay and staying safe from COVID and are celebrating but still staying safe because we still are in a pandemic, and I hope that you and your mums have a fantastic day. Let's go on with the vlog. Excuse my absolutely bogging floor. So these are full of stuff I need to go and deliver. and I have to be Mr. Macho Man and take them both down. They are actually really heavy. Big up Castle Rock. We miss you. Bartending. We love that. But I thought I'd show you how many I have. This is ridiculous. Significantly later in the day. I have a humongous spot here. Yeah, you would be right. His name is Herbert and he's here to stay, apparently. It is now about like 25 to, what is the word? 9. And I've just done some nighttime meditation. I do tend to meditate in the morning because I just feel like meditation gives me so much energy. I can't stand this orange lighting. Let me turn on an actual light. Anyway, so I actually haven't read anything today. Even though this is like the first day of me reading my mum's favourite books. But I am going to be starting the Diva Rules right now. I've done my meditation for the night and I'm really excited to just get snuggled up with a good book. A good book for Mother's Day. Isn't that just amazing? Isn't that just great? Good morning, everyone. It is now the next day. It's the 2nd of March. It is actually Chain of Iron Day. And although this is not my Chain of Iron vlog, I will be vlogging my reading experience of Chain of Iron whenever I do read it. Amazon originally said it was coming on the 23rd, but apparently it's actually coming today, so that's exciting. I haven't done any of my morning routine, so I thought I'd get up and do it. But before that, I wanted to talk about what I read last night and my opinions of Michelle Visage's book. So I did actually read a significant amount of this yesterday. I didn't actually realise that there isn't much to this book. I'm about halfway through. So yeah, I'm currently on page 108. I am really enjoying this. I think it's really well written. Not in the fact that it's like a literal masterpiece or anything. I just mean that in the way that it's like a conversation with her and you can properly get that she wrote this. She definitely didn't have a ghostwriter. You can definitely get the fact that she wrote this and she's put her like heart and soul into this book. I do really enjoy this. However, I do have some criticisms and some things I don't particularly enjoy about it already, and I'm only like halfway through. Some of the language that is used in this isn't the most inclusive, and that's kind of a shock to me because Michelle Visage is an ally. She is a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race, which is, if you didn't know, basically a show for drag queens, and they are majority of the time gay. Some of them aren't gay and some of them are bisexual, but most of them are gay men who are drag queens, and some of them are even trans women and they figure out that they're trans by being on the show. Queer people literally gave you your career and gave you a safe place to be yourself, and you're using slurs against them. It just doesn't really sit right with me. It doesn't really make sense. I do love Michelle, but I just expected that not to be in here because she is such an ally and she prides herself on that. Maybe she should be a little bit wary of the language that she's using. This was written like 6 years ago and I respect that, but still, 2015. Michelle, what are you doing? One of the other things that I do like is the fact that she credits these people. She does credit queer people, and on the whole, she does talk about them with the utmost respect. It's just the fact that she's this disrespectful terminology that I didn't really expect for her to be using as an ally. I'm getting to know quite a lot about Michelle's personal life, and I actually realised last night because I read the fact that she was adopted, and I had no idea of that. Like, I didn't know that Michelle Visage was adopted, and Michelle Visage isn't her real name. The other thing that I kind of noticed that I didn't really enjoy. I find these pages with the pink and the like white writing on top really hard to read. I am not dyslexic or anything, and I normally don't have trouble with stuff like this. I mean, I have trouble like with color blindness and stuff, so maybe that's something, or maybe it was just the fact that I was reading under orange light last night and it was just really hard to see. But I found myself having to skip these pages because it hurt my eyes to look at it. I also do feel like some of the choices. I think that some of the choices of where they're putting those like little stories, so these like pink bits that I found really hard to read, and also there's loads of photographs of Michelle Visage and her life, and I find it incredibly fascinating, and it's like looking at a little time machine, and I really love this aspect because it really brings the book to life. However, I think that the decision to place this was like really odd, and I find that has been a theme throughout the entire book so far. There's text here and there's a picture here. The text on this page hasn't finished yet, but there's automatically a picture. And then after this, there is like 4 pages of photographs until we can finish the sentence. That is where the sentence starts again. For me, that is extremely bad like formatting, which maybe isn't Michelle Visage's fault, but the person editing the book or putting the book together should have probably known that, and it just makes the book it just interrupts her flow. Yeah, I am actually really enjoying this. At the moment, it probably would be around a 3 stars, depending on like how the rest of the book goes. It could be a 3.5 towards a 4 stars. It all depends on the rest of the book, the last 100 pages. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my day. I think I do have a couple meetings today. I think I have a lot of commitments today, and I have a lot of uni work to do, and I can just feel the pressure like building up. But I'm about to go and like journal about that and kind of like reassure myself that I've got this, because I know that I have. It's just, you know, I always get stressed and then worry about it, and then I get to the end and everything is fine. I need to just keep myself calm and chill and just do the work and get through it and just truck on and just have that summer inside. June 21st. You won't find me in the clubs. You'll find me still at home reading, but by my own choice. I am literally a grandma. But yeah, so I'm gonna start my day, my very busy day. I'm gonna squeeze in some reading whenever I can. Maybe I'll actually read while I'm eating my breakfast, because that's something that I've been doing lately. And I will update you when I have read some more. Busy day today. Your egg's got a busy day. This isn't really how I expected my day to go. I'm not very well. I actually haven't really done any uni work today, even though I was supposed to. I went on a walk, made myself feel worse, almost fainted. I have not been able to get out of bed since, and I'm tempted to have a nap. Every time I move too quickly, I see stars. I also am supposed to have group therapy tonight, and I'm not even sure if I'm well enough to go to that. My one pleasure of the day. Anyway, actually, my whole point of that spiel was the fact that I have been in bed for the majority of the day. In bed or fainting on my walk. So I actually have just laid in bed and finished The Diva Rules by Michelle Visage. I just sat in my bed, laid in my bed with my snug rug and my jacket, and just felt sorry for myself, and I gave it a 4 stars. So all the critiques that I told you about this morning, I still very much so stand by. I actually ended up really liking this. Michelle touches upon a lot of her struggles with eating disorders and mental health that I didn't even realize that she had. I also really liked how Michelle writes about her like philosophies of life. It's more like being present in the moment. She meditates, she practices like mindfulness meditation and spirituality, and she talks to the universe and all the same things that I believe in, and it was really nice to hear this from somebody. So I really enjoyed this. Actually, I gave it a 4 stars. I'm not sure if it's like a 3.5 or if it's actually a 4, but I will probably make my mind up about that when I eventually do write my review for this. I think all of my critiques do still stand, but I just enjoyed it, and I thought it was very well written. I really enjoyed myself, and I probably will read this again at some point. I really enjoyed it. I think I've done well today. in vlogging and reading, but it doesn't stop there because we've got to also read Sematary. This has 464 pages and I was gonna start this tonight, but it's already 5 o'clock and my group therapy starts at 6, and by the time I finish that I probably will just want to go to bed or get ready for bed at least. One thing I actually want to do before I close out this little section, this is a very exciting package that I got this morning, and considering I started this vlog with it's Chain of Iron Day, you can probably guess what this is. I'm so excited. I sound like something from the underworld and I'm so sorry. I'm just really excited. It is the prettiest thing I have ever seen. Oh, she's a bit damaged though. She's a little bit damaged. It's okay. I am obsessed. Oh, that's such a beautiful yellow. The end pages are yellow. I am literally obsessed with this. What the hell? This is where Shaq accidentally just reads this. Ooh, what's this? No. I can't read this. I can't read this right now. I need to reread Chain of Gold. Speaking of, let's see how good this looks next to Chain of Gold. I had to rearrange a little bit of my Shadowhunter shelf for Chain of Iron to fit on here, but look how well, oh, Chain of Iron, Chain of Gold go together. But yes, I will be starting Pet Sematary, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'll have to let you know, but I will give you an update once I have started this. And I'm very scared. Good morning, everyone. It is the next morning and I actually have just been getting ready for the day. I've meditated and journaled and had something to eat and also got dressed. I feel a lot better today. There goes a cat, don't know if you saw that. But yeah, I'm feeling quite good this morning. I do want to be productive today because I wasn't productive the last couple of days because I wasn't very well. Because I've been getting ready for the day and also sorting Depop out to post after my lecture, I haven't started Pet Sematary yet, which is a shame because I really would like to, but tonight it is my sole mission to read for an hour and get at least 100 pages into this. But I will let you know when I have started Stephen King, when I have started Pet Sematary. Also, Herbert, or whatever I called this spot down here, has a friend. This is Sheila, and she won't give me a break. I have to have my cam on and my mic on for the lesson that I've got at 1 o'clock. So Sheila and Herbert will be the centre of the stage. Hello everyone, good morning. It is the next day. It is the 4th of March today. So happy World Book Day. I'm not actually dressed up as anyone like from a bookish universe. I'm not dressed up as like a bookish character or anything because honestly, I couldn't decide who to dress up as. So I decided just to not make the effort. I was kind of sick of just vlogging in my bedroom. So I thought I would vlog in the kitchen because why not? And I thought I would come and share with you my thoughts and a reading update that I have. So I decided to not vlog a lot yesterday because I was just doing some uni work. I also posted some more Depop. So I thought I'd read a little bit of Pet Sematary and then vlog kind of like whenever I had like any thoughts or anything, or whenever I was like a significant part of the way through. As you can see, I'm probably not a significant amount of the way through. I wouldn't describe it as that anyway. But I am actually 105 pages into Pet Sematary now. I didn't think that books could scare me, but they definitely can. I just find some of the descriptions so like well done to the point where they're so freaking scary. To be honest though, I don't know what's scary. Stephen King describing a boy getting his head caved in and like his brain being visible, or his description of female arousal. I don't know which one's worse. Honestly, it's a toss-up. And I do think that Stephen King does go on a lot of tangents. It isn't actually that bad in this book, but I've heard from my mum and actually other sources who actually really enjoy Stephen King's writing that he does go on a lot of tangents. It almost fell out my hand. It's haunted. Stephen King does go on a lot of tangents, and you can definitely feel that from Pet Sematary, but it isn't as bad in this book. I feel like some of the tangents are actually relevant and it does help to build the story. It's just not always necessary. And I'm like, why did I just read that? Like, what? So if you don't really know what this is about, I think that most people do at this point. It's basically about Louis, who is like a university, like I want to say teacher, but he's not. Like he's kind of like the on-site like health and safety. So yes, it's all about Louis and his wife and his 2 children, Gage and Ellie. I never actually remember the like side characters' names. I also think his wife's name is Rachel. I'm kind of picking up on the story and the characters incredibly quickly because it is very well written and very well established. And they basically move into this really like creepy haunted mansion, which is over the road from a lovely like old couple who have been together for years. They're kind of creepy and jail. They both have arthritis, so every time one of them points, Stephen King always describes them as doing this. You couldn't see that, but they're doing this. They go up to the pet cemetery. They trek up there. They go on a massive hike with Louis's family and also the two elderly people, and it's quite known that there's quite a busy road which separates the old people's house and Louis and his family's house, and it's quite known also that a lot of pets die on this road. A lot of pets seem to die in general in the city slash town, and so they are buried in this pet cemetery. From what I've heard from my mum and people who love this book and this movie, is that the pets that are buried in this cemetery, they come back to life, but they don't come back to life in the way that you would imagine them to. And basically I just read up to the point where Louis is in like the medical facility of the university that he works at. He knows what he's doing. He seems to be very screwed on and a very good doctor. And a young woman comes in with a man. So Victor is in like this blanket, and he basically got like knocked over on the way to university, and he's obviously landed on his head, and he's had some head injuries. The way that Stephen King describes this scene is absolutely like disgusting, and I lived for every minute of it. Like, I loved it. Death is a very prominent theme in this book. And for me, as someone who is scared of death, I love this in fiction. I genuinely do. Like, Scythe is about us conquering death, and this is about people being paralysed by death in the 80s. I did not expect to be as creeped out and scared and love this as much as I do. I love the way that this is done. I love the fact that Louis and Rachel are having to be very careful around discussions about death with their children. I really enjoy how, you know, Louis is a doctor, and he literally deals with death every single day of his career, probably has dealt with death at some point, but he also deals with life, so he's kind of like a conductor of both life and death. I don't know why, but I had really low expectations. I'm gonna be honest, I had really low expectations. So far, it is really good. My opinions might change, but so far it's really good. I like the themes. The dichotomy of life and death in this is beautiful. Like, there's a baby, but also there's ghosts, and there's a doctor who's like this person who deals with both life and death. We've got Rachel with her own issues about life and death, and it's just GG's, Stephen King, you got me, right? In summary, I like this, and I will be reading more of this today. Not tonight, because that was a bad mistake, because I was up shitting me fucking nicks that Victor was gonna like climb through the closet and be like, hello motherfucker. I'm gonna read more of this today. I'm gonna try and read more than 100 pages because I want to get this done. I want to get this read. I'm really excited. Like, I'm just excited to read it, and that's how you know that you got a good book. I'll let you know more of my thoughts when I have them, but for now, it's bloody breakfast time. Hello. It is now a few days later, and I thought, because I was all dressed up, ready to film, with nowhere to go, I would come on and close out this vlog and tell you what I thought of both of the books that I read for Mother's Day. I didn't really vlog me reading the rest of Pet Sematary, just because I felt like I hadn't really vlogged a lot of actual like bookish stuff, and I had like 22 minutes of footage already, so I just thought, you know, I've got most of my thoughts out, and they don't need to see anything else. But yeah, I finished this last night and I loved it. I genuinely loved it so much, to the point where I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't really have any other like thoughts or anything apart from the ones that have already been featured in this video already, which is kind of why I didn't vlog anymore. By the end of this, like, the main character Louis and his family are so broken and destroyed by grief. You no longer like recognize who they are, and it's just such a beautiful, twisted, creepy, horrible depiction of what grief and death of people around you does to you. I think this is a wonderful story. It's hard to really put into words really what I found to be creepy about this and what I loved about it. I just got the feeling that I understood everything that was going on. I understood why everything had to be the way it was. Although that Stephen King anticipates the events that happen at the end of this book, like throughout the first half, I still was shocked with what happened and how it was described and the fact that it was actually happening. Even though I did give this a 5 stars, I do recognise that this book does have some language in it that I wouldn't particularly use, and it's not language that I particularly enjoy reading. Particularly to the end of the book, there is use of the R slur. I'm not going to say it because it's not a nice word, it's not a nice descriptive word for someone, but I just thought I would put that here because although I loved this book and I thought it was really good, I thought it was an amazing exploration of grief and death, and I absolutely loved it. I do recognise that there are some problematic elements, and maybe, you know, Stephen King could have used his extraordinary vast vocabulary to describe certain people in different ways. This is what I'll say. But yeah, I did really enjoy this. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. There's nothing really else to say about it. I definitely will be doing a Goodreads review to like kind of like put all my thoughts in one space. And I always want to do like an actual like full-on in-depth book review of this. I just need to like process the events of the book and my feelings as well. But yeah, I did enjoy this. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, and I will be thinking about this book for months. If this isn't on my top 10 of 2021, like the books I've read, it will be. There's nothing to finish that sentence, it will be on there. Just as like a mini recap before I wrap out the video. Hello. Just before I end the video, just before I do the outro, I thought I'd give you a little bit of like a recap of what I've read, even though you have just watched the video, but we can forget, it's fine. So I gave Diva Rules by Michelle Visage a 4 stars, and I gave Sematary a 5. And what a way to kick off my reading for March. These are also the first books in my Tis a Damn Readathon TBR, which went up this morning actually. So if you want to go and see the rest of the books I intend to read in the rest of March, and for the Taylor Swift readathon, like theme readathon that's going on throughout March this month, you can go and have a gander at that. I'm really excited to read. It's just something I haven't felt for months, and I'm really excited to read. And these books have significantly helped to like reignite my passion for reading in different unique ways, and I really enjoyed making this vlog as well. Well, there you have it, there you go. That was me reading some of my mum's favourite books for Mother's Day. I hope that you're all staying safe and you tell your mums how much you love them, because mums are genuinely superheroes. Although I'm indifferent about having children myself, I can imagine that, you know, having children is such a big thing, you know, like Pet Sematary implies. Having children is one of the biggest phenomenons in the world. Women just did that, all right? They did it without complaining. Well, they did because they screamed, but it's painful, all right? Women just did that, all right? Yeah, I hope that you and your mothers are having a wonderful Mother's Day, and I will see you in my next video. Next week we'll be back, and we will be doing some book recommendations based on my hair colours and hair transformations, which is gonna be really fun. A really cool original recommendation video, and I hope that you guys are excited for it like I am. Anyway, yes, so if you enjoyed this vlog, please give us a thumbs up and my channel a subscribe. I hope that you all enjoy any books that you pick up or any productive activity that you manage to do. I'm not sure why I made my outro so hard. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoy your week. Goodbye, stay safe, mwah, happy Mother's Day.